Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Abay on Cars, episode 7. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Audi RS3 leaks, Porsche 911 GTS, and many more picks. So we got quite a lot of today. Hopefully, it's going to be a long one today. Anyway, I think what we should start first with is the new Porsche 911 GTS. Porsche unveiled this yesterday, and this is the new generation of the GTS. We got a lot of pictures here. So we got, this is the Targa model. There's also a Porsche 911 Targa GTS. As you can see the pictures here, this is it in red, which I think looks really nice. And I think this is a Porsche 911 with the sport design package, because the sport design package of the normal 911 has the same front bumper, except at the rear, as we can see here. Okay, what just happened? The image literally disappeared. Maybe here. As we can see, we have a different bumper. It's black across here. The license plate is on the top, like in the turbo model, unlike on the normal 911, which is where it's here. And that is pretty much it. That's all the changes I can notice. Of course, you got some interior changes as well, but they're pretty minor. Here's a look at the interior. We got the bucket seats like you can get in the GT3. The rev counter with a red guard to red, looks like guard to red dial, manual gearbox, and Porsche says that it has a shorter throw, which means you'll be moving your hand less to shift gears, which is nice. The shifting of the gear should feel more snappy. And these, if I'm not wrong, I think I'm looking at the wrong wheels. Where can I find some pictures? These wheels, as you can see, Porsche says these are the wheels from the Porsche 911 Turbo S, just in satin black, which is nice. So it shares two parts from the 911 Turbo S, which is having the license plate on a bit more further up and the wheels. But at the front, it looks like a normal 911. You will only be able to tell if it's a GTS by looking at the rear and noticing this bumper. Yeah, I like the new GTS, especially this red color. I think it looks really, really nice with the matching interior and the satin wheels on contrast. But I also like the crane color. Looks really nice here. GTS and the black satin wheels, I think it's a nice combination as well. Yeah, I like the new Porsche 911 GTS. Good job, Porsche. Huge thumbs up to the Porsche 911 GTS. Next up, something more exciting I want to talk about is the new Audi RS3, which I opened in a website because I couldn't use Apple News for it. And also, CarBuzz, which is this website, gave us a tweet. Well, they're giving us images by actually Wack Cafe on Twitter that this is how the RS3 will look like. Of course, this is rendering. This is not the official image, but still, this is how the machine's going to look like. And looking at this, it looks like a small Audi RSQ8. Kind of, I don't know, or because of this part especially. The Audi RSQ8 also kind of has that if you look closely. So, yeah. I like the new RS3. I've seen the car wrapped in camouflage doing some testing on the track, and now it can drift, which is cool. And another cool thing is Audi kept the 5-cylinder engine, which is nice because the 5-cylinder engine, the 2.5 liter 5-cylinder engine, is a glorious engine. Sounds like an Audi R8, which is why people call it a baby V10. Also, the new Audi RS3 has 400 horsepower and 500 Nm of torque. So that's 20 more newton meters of torque compared to the last generation. But unfortunately, it still doesn't compare to the Mercedes A45S. They both have the same torque, but the Mercedes has 21 more horsepower. But at least this Audi has the glorious V10 engine. Oh, the glorious 5-cylinder engine, and that's nice. That's all what matters. Obviously, we get the hatchback and the saloon. This is the saloon version. And Audi developed, as I said, I talked about the new feature called torque distribution, where you can drift a car. So that might give us a hint that the next generation of Audi RS cars can finally be drifted, because Audis are always Audis are always all-wheel drive because they use quattro. That's their tradition. Which, yeah, that's cool. But sometimes when you buy an Audi RS car, you want to have fun at the steering wheel, and that's the problem with Audis. They just don't feel fun compared to its rivals like the Mercedes AMG or BMW M. But now Audi added the drift mode feature, which Volkswagen did with the Golf R, Mercedes did with the A45S. So could it potentially mean that the new RS3 is more fun to drive? We're gonna have to find out until some motor enjoyers will get their hands on this beast. But I do like the new RS3, and looking at these renders, it looks to be promising, and it actually looks to really, really good, to be honest. So yeah, huge thumbs up to Audi for the new RS3, and also the RS3 is set to be premiered in July. So let's wait and see. Can't wait. Something else from Audi. Audi could go all electric by 2026, not 2030, like I said in my previous episode. And it even says no, even hybrids. Hybrids will be discontinued as well, maybe. So we can only get electric only. That's it. And by 2026, which is in 5 years. So Audi is really going early on electric. I mean, most car manufacturers are planning to about 2030. Audi could go electric as early as 2026. I mean, we've seen Audi do this. Audi has released the new e-tron first, then they released the e-tron GT2 2 years later, and then they released the Q4 e-tron a year later, this year. So they're already starting to bring their lineup of their electric cars, and we got the A6 e-tron coming soon. So yeah, I mean, I kind of believe Audi will be the first car manufacturer to go electric compared to its German rivals such as BMW and Mercedes. But we'll see. I mean, is this a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about something petrol related as well. Well, not exactly petrol related, but the next Koenigsegg hypercar could be powered by volcano fuel, which I have no idea what is this. By the word, I'm guessing it's fuel from volcanoes. Is it like lava fuel or something? Yes, you read that right. So Christian von Koenigsegg is still reluctant about electric power for hypercars because he's concerned about the extra weight, which could go against the sporty nature of the car. However, Koenigsegg founder and CEO insists that the brand is propulsion agnostic, and that the best way to go about it is to mix and match whatever makes the most sense at each given time and each model. The latest Koenigsegg model, the four-door Gemera, is powered by a turbocharged 2-liter inline free engine and 3 electric motors, delivering a combined output of 1,700 horsepower. But Koenigsegg wants to keep all doors open, and it seems like the latest idea involves using volcano emissions as fuel. So Volcano, as the company calls it, produces 90% less carbon emissions than fossil fuels and essentially cleans up the particles at the atmosphere while you're using the engine. Ah, so it said that volcano, as Koenigsegg calls it, which I'm guessing it's not volcano fuel, is it? It's not coming from the volcano. That can't be real. Uh, I mean, it said that it is 90%. Okay, it says produce 90% less carbon emissions than normal fossil fuels. So that is a huge improvement, and that could potentially be our next e-fuel. Now, I'm guessing this is going to be probably expensive, like because fossil fuels they're developed that we've been using for a long time. We have a lot of resources, but I'm guessing that the volcano fuel, whatever they're using, Koenigsegg, it's efficient, which is cool, especially for their hypercars, which you probably use a lot of petrol. Although Koenigsegg is using a three-cylinder engine, so it probably I'm guessing this engine should be quite efficient. But for other cars, I mean using it worldwide, this could bring a huge improvement to the carbon emissions. Although I probably think this is expensive, so the chance of us using this volcano fuel probably isn't probably we're not gonna be able to use it, but because this I'm guessing is limited compared to fossil fuels, which we have a lot, this stuff is probably limited. We don't have a lot of it, so the cost of using this is gonna be expensive. But still, if we find some sort of e-fuel resources, that's gonna be really good because we might still run with combustion engine cars instead of moving to electric power like Audi's already planning by 2026, which I'm not really that excited for, but yeah, anyway, we'll see what will happen. Next up, Porsche's new Cayenne Turbo Variant just broke the Nurburgring lap record for SUVs, which shows you how capable the Porsche Cayenne in general is. Because it's made by Porsche, and obviously, Porsche Cayenne always has been the most like fun SUV to drive. And Porsche is planning to release a new variant of the Cayenne, which I believe, from what I've heard, is going to be called the Cayenne GT. And the record time, as you can see, is 7 minutes, 38 seconds, and 925 milliseconds. That is actually pretty quick for a Porsche Cayenne. This new Porsche SUV was able to go lap the Nordschleife. I hope I'm saying that right, in 7 minutes 38 seconds, rivaling cars such as the BMW 5 and the Panamera Turbo. An SUV is rivaling a sports saloon. Can you just think about that? Because this is a SUV which you can use to carry stuff and your family, and it broke the Nurburgring lap record, and it's rivaling a sports saloon. Isn't that crazy? I mean, yeah, I can't wait for the new Porsche Cayenne GT, I believe it's gonna be called, to be released. Let's take a look at this clip. Hopefully, I won't. Hopefully, I won't get copyrighted. So, as we can see here, the Porsche Cayenne GT is trashed around the Nurburgring. Yeah, this is just a video clip of the lifetime. You can, if you want, guys, you can watch this yourself. But yeah, I can't wait for this Cayenne. I believe it's gonna be on top of the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S. Will have more power, and it'll be more obviously more expensive. Yeah, I can't wait for the new Cayenne. Uh, but yeah, just think about it, guys. An SUV broke a record and is now matching a sports saloon, but also it broke a record for the SUVs around the Nurburgring. That's crazy. Anyway, enough talk about the Cayenne. Let's now talk about the new Mercedes AMG S63, which obviously we're waiting for with 700 plus horsepower, which is crazy. 700 horsepower. Probably Mercedes is gonna use some sort of its e EQ technology, like mating an engine and with an electric motor to put a combined output of 700 plus horsepower. That's obviously outrunning the BMW M760Li and the Audi S8. But would I rather have this? I'll probably rather have the BMW M760Li because that has a V12, so a V12 is cooler than a V8. I'm presuming this is gonna have a V8. We've made it with an electric motor, but we'll see. Maybe we'll have a V12 as well. Anyway, let's talk about the Maserati's new Macan rival. It's called the Grecale, and this is what it looks like. This is just camouflage, but yeah, Maserati is preparing a rival for the Porsche Macan Turbo, and we can sort of see what this car looks like. Uh, so it will be in the class of Audi Q5, Porsche Macan, BMW X3, Mercedes GLC. I mean, I don't know what to say about this car. I'm presuming this car is going to be probably more powerful than the Macan Turbo because it's Maserati. But we'll see. Uh, let's talk about and final up, guys, for today. The Land Rover Defender 130 has been spotted, and the Land Rover Defender, that is, well, I think that won the best car award in 2020. And the 130, I'm guessing, is a 7-seater Land Rover Defender. You can just look by you can see by the pictures how long it is, especially like at the back here, the overhang at the rear wheel. So this is gonna be a proper 7-seater Land Rover Defender, joining the 90, which is a 3-door, and the 110, which is a 5-door with 5 seats. This is gonna be more practical with probably 7 seats, which is nice for huge families that want a Land Rover Defender. I'm not sure if the 110 comes with 7 seats, but if not, this is your pick. The 130 will probably have 7 seats. I mean, it must have 7 seats because I don't understand what's the point of this then otherwise. So yeah, this this is it. And I mean, yeah, that's all the picks for today. I went through them quite quickly today because there's nothing much you can say. I mean, Koenigsegg using volcano fuel. How beneficial could that be for our world? Something to think about. Uh, Obviously, I think the word volcano fuel they're using, that's probably going to be a limited resource. So that's why not other car manufacturers can't use it. But the fact that it reduces the emissions by 90% is crazy. The new Porsche 911 GTS, that's, well, I love the looks of this new 911. It looks like any other 911, I know. But I like the fact that it gets the new rear bumper from the Turbo. You can also get the wheels from the Turbo S. And yeah, I think this is a nice 911 that I wouldn't mind owning. Also, I forgot to mention the power. The new 911 GTS has 480 horsepower, and I believe, what is it? 420 pound-feet of torque, and it will go to 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds, which is crazy. Of course, thanks to the PDK, it is crazy. 3.1 seconds. That's nearly as fast as a turbo, which does it in 2.7. But I think this will be able to go faster. The Audi RS3, that I have been waiting for so long for the new RS3, and I'm so happy Audi has finally sort of unveiled the new RS3, and I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like. And Audi says it's gonna do 3.8 seconds to 60, which is crazy as well. A hot hatchback that's 3.8 to 60. And also kudos to Audi for keeping that 2.5 liter 5-cylinder engine. That's nice. Yeah. Stay tuned for in July, guys. For the new RS3. I can't wait. For the new RS3. But on the other side, Audi going electric by 2026. I don't know if I believe that they could. Audi already started rolling out some of their models, but I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I'm honestly not sure if I like it. Uh, I will miss internal combustion engines, such as, for example, the glorious 5-cylinder engine from the Audi RS3 and the flat 6 from the Porsche 911. Yeah, that is quite sad. Porsche Cayenne, the new Porsche Cayenne GT is an absolute crazy beast. 7 minutes and 38 seconds around the Nurburgring is quite fast for an SUV, and it's number one ranked SUV on the Nurburgring, and it rivals the M5. I mean, just think about it. Owning one of these as a family car to get your kids to school and being one of the fastest SUV around the Nurburgring. I can't wait for the new Porsche Cayenne GT. I want to see how that thing will look like. I'm presuming it's gonna look like any other Cayenne, but just minor cosmetics to make it look different from other Porsche Cayennes. The Maserati, what is it called? It's called the Grecale. I mean, I can't say anything. I mean, Maserati hasn't really unveiled it yet, so we're gonna have to wait and see. But Maserati, to be honest, I'm gonna be on. They're kind of dead now. I mean, I haven't seen much Maserati around, and I haven't seen any new Maseratis yet. I mean, there is the Quadrifoglio. I hope I'm saying this right. Maybe I hope I'm not confusing with Alfa Romeo. But yeah, there's an Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio, and also I've heard like many rumors about the MC20. But other than that, Maserati's kind of dying, to be honest. And same with Alfa Romeo. These both brands are kind of dying. I haven't seen them a lot on the news. And the Land Rover 130 Defender. For those unlucky buyers who thought they're not gonna see a 7-seater Land Rover Defender coming, and already got the 110, that's kind of sad. But for those people who are looking for a 7-seater Land Rover Defender, this is it. Just wait for it to go on sale. Yeah, guys. I mean, probably my favorite picks is the Audi RS3, Porsche 911 GTS, and the Cayenne GT. Especially the fact that that RS3 can drift as well. I forgot to mention that. 3.8 seconds to 60, 500 newton meters of torque, 2.5 liter 5-cylinder engine that sounds like no other engine in a hot hatchback, especially. And also, quickly to mention, I haven't mentioned it here, but also I heard rumors that BMW is planning to release its new M140i with a 4-cylinder engine with about 390 horsepower and I think 500 newton meters of torque. So BMW is really dropping the 6-cylinder engine like they did of the last generation. That's quite sad. Kudos to Audi for them keeping the 5-cylinder engine. And I can't wait for the Cayenne GT to see how it looks like. Probably will be my new favorite SUV. But yeah, guys, quite a lot of me talking. Thanks for watching this episode. I really had a fun time. So much great news today. Can't wait for the RS3 on July. So stay tuned for that. I can't wait for the Cayenne GT. And yeah, Also, you may notice that I am using a badminton table because I didn't really find any other table. That wooden table I used before doesn't really fit with this microphone arm, so I had to use this. I'll consider another table tomorrow so that it wouldn't really look weird. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining in for this episode. I'll see you again in the next video. And yeah, bye.